So in this one, we will be replacing the same thing. Control board for Lennox unit. This one, we're replacing the control board with the transformer as well. Just before you work on it, just make sure you shut off the power. Most of the time you see like a yellow wire or a white wire, you just gotta follow it around, and it'll just send you where you're going at. Okay, there you go. Right. And just press the button just to make sure the light doesn't light up. Just to make sure power isn't going through. Okay. So you just got these 4 plastic pieces, one right here, one right here, one right here, and one right here in each corner. Let's get like some wire cutters, press them in, and after that, it should start coming off slowly. Okay. There we go. One more. There we go. Perfect. So right now I'm just taking these little pieces off right here. I'm just gonna clip them back in with the new ones. I mean with the old ones. Much better. So you're just gonna pull this one a little bit more forward. Okay. Pull it forward. And just make sure you got it in, and you just gotta push it in on all 4 corners. There you go. So you just gotta take one thing at a time. And make sure you push it all the way in just to make sure it's clipped on correctly. Nothing's loose. Also this other one back down here. Now you got the neutral wires. Sometimes when you have difficult times trying to pull one off, you can use wire cutters. Just move it around in there. Sometimes you can't do it with your hand sometimes. L1, and that goes right here. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like an L1 right here. Then you got like an XFMR. That's basically for the transformer. Just got make sure you plug these in the correct spot. Then you got the blower motor wires right here on top. We got cool. Most of the time, for cool for a blower motor is always black. And then you got heat. On this one, you have heat for yellow wire. Most of the time, it's a blue wire for the heat. Plus, most of it for the universal. But I'm just gonna match and play just the same way it is, just to have no any problems with it. So your first wire you got, it's a green wire. Mostly goes to G for fan. I'll pull it out. Just put it back in. Take one thing at a time. Just make sure everything fits perfectly fine. Next wire is a Y. Most of the time it's a blue wire. I mean yellow wire. And the Y wire is for cool. Next wire is gonna be W. That's W is mostly yellow Y wire. I mean, it's always for heat. Just make sure they're all tightened in all the way. You can just pull them a little bit just to make sure it's good in there, good and snug. Next wire is a common wire. Then you have this red wire, and the red's for the 24 voltage. It's an R. And in this case, you got a flow switch connected to. And this flow switch is for in case in the future if the primary drain line gets filled up with water and it all ends into the drain pad. If the drain pad gets full of water as well, it will shut off the system before it overflows, just to prevent any water damage. This little flow switch right here. If this one gets full, the water will go down here on the secondary and then fill up the drain pad. And if it fills up all the way on top, it will just shut it off. Okay, now we're going to change the transformer for the system. Okay. Okay, it's a little more bigger. A lot more bigger, actually. Okay. In this case, I'm going to probably put the new thermostat on the ground into the furnace. Because this is a lot more bigger than the original. Okay. Okay, that's one. And here goes the other screw right here in the back. Okay, so I'm just going to explain this to y'all. Okay, so the black wire right here is mostly for the common right here. Then you have the wire. Mostly if you connect the white and black, it's 120 voltage. But if you connect the red with the common, that's 180. But if you connect it with the black with the, oh no, my bad. Okay, the black with the orange will be 240. That's mostly for like an air handler system. Then with the black and red wire, that'll be 208. Then after that, you have the blue wire and the yellow wire for the 24 voltage for the control board. Just disconnect these basically. Or actually, I'm just gonna cut these because either way, I'm gonna have to cut them. And then you're gonna just take the plastic around it. Okay, so in this transformer we're gonna only use 120. That's only these two wires. These two wires, oh, they're already peeled off already. But on this red and orange, we're just gonna cut them back here because we're not gonna use those. So we're just going to use some wire nuts on it, just to prevent anything touching it. So now the yellow wires are. So now I'm just going to match the 24 voltage going to the control board. Okay, this is one. Now the other wire. And something I like to do when I do like wire nuts, I kind of like to like put like a zip tie like right here, so in other words, like the wires don't get loose over time. So like just put a zip tie right here, one for the 24 voltage. After that, one for the 120 voltage. Okay. So then just make sure they're all tighten up again. Okay, and after that, they're secure. They're not gonna get loose over time because they got their own zip tie, so they're just gonna stay there. And you just gotta put some wire nuts on the other 2 wires from the transformer. Screw the transformer just so it doesn't vibrate or move anywhere else. So now we're just gonna test the system out. Now I'm just gonna just press the button in, the power button in. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna put some tape right here. So I'm just gonna put some tape on the power switch for right now, just to just like that. And I'm gonna go to the thermostat just to set the system for heat, just to make sure if the board has another issue, they can tell me what's going on with it on the spot, so I don't have to open it back up. Okay, so I just went to the thermostat to set the system on heat. The thermostat itself has a little 5-minute delay before it kicks on for the heat. And the reason why it kicked on when I gave it power on the thermostat, it was set for to set the fan for on, so the fan would just be going on. I don't know if you saw that, where the wires were touching on that ignition motor. So what I'm gonna do right now is put a little zip tie, not to have any other issues or noise complaints about the inducer motor when it kicks on. There you go. And make sure it doesn't touch this, because this thing gets super hot. Pretty good. Flames on. The diesel motor's on. Fan motor. Just gonna let it run for another 3 minutes just to make sure everything's good. So I just put the system on cool, and I can feel the Freon going through. I can also hear it. Let me just see if y'all can hear it as well. So that's pretty much it for this one.